morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Connor.
And I'm Joseph McIntyre.
Next year, students will be offered a new math class. We go to Joshua Jones-Trammell with more on the story.
Data science is coming to Roseville High School as a new pathway after IM3.
For us, it was a good opportunity to create a class that was not quite as intense as AP Statistics and still provides some fun investigative ways for students to apply stats and probability concepts.
Chandra Wood will be teaching the new math class being implemented throughout the district.
Data science is basically a class that allows students to gather data or create their own versions of data to then analyze and come up with presentations about their findings.
Data science is a more analytical alternative to calculus and commonly found in college curriculum. The flexibility of the class allows students to experiment with data in ways they otherwise won't be able to.
In this class, since there's no formal exam or anything at the end of it, we have a lot of opportunity to just let students investigate and play, and it's going to be very project-based, not a lot of test-based academics, so just a really different way of allowing students to think mathematically and show us what they can do.
Wood currently teaches AP Statistics and IM2 and is optimistic about the new class taking place at RHS next year.
I hope as the class grows, more and more teachers will be continuing to teach the course and share our knowledge of what we're doing with the students.
For students interested, go visit your counselor to see if data science fits into your schedule.
Today is the last day to buy senior ball tickets. The price is $85 at the Patty Baker ticket booth. Now we go over to Joseph Bianchini with sports.
Thanks, guys. This past Friday, Wood Creek really embraced the name Mid Creek. We'll take a look into that and the game schedule we got for this week. Let's go. Good morning and welcome to this Tuesday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Joseph Bianchini. Some spring sports watched their regular season come to a close this past week or may this week. One of those sports being lacrosse on Friday night. Both the boys and girls lacrosse teams closed out their seasons against guess who? Mid Creek. The boys team hosted the Timberwolves at home for senior night, and I'm sure the three seniors on the team were happy with how their senior night ended up going. Roseville took an 8-6 dub over Mid Creek and a great regular season finale. The team extend their winning streak to 2 games heading into the playoffs, which they start tomorrow.
The game went really well. The first time when we played them, it was kind of iffy. There's a lot of back and forth and bad blood between both of the teams, but first win against them was hype.
Girls lacrosse went to Mid Creek's house, and it was more of the same. Roseville took a 10-6 win in this game. If you're going to win your first game of the year against anyone, I'd say Mid Creek is a great team to do it against.
It was a good feeling. I mean, it's Wood Creek, so beating them is always good.
In other sports scores from over the weekend, the Roseville baseball team completed the sweep over River Valley with a 6-1 win on Friday and a 10-8 win on Saturday. In terms of game action for this week, let's dive into the game schedule. Today, boys golf take on Bella Vista, boys tennis go to Intercom, and baseball open up a 3-game series versus Yuba City at home. Tomorrow, boys tennis have their CVC singles tournament, softball hosts Antelope, boys volleyball go to Intercom in a must-win game, and boys lacrosse open up their playoffs with a home game versus Christian Brothers. On Thursday, boys tennis have their CVC doubles tournament. Along with that, boys golf host Intercom, baseball have game 2 versus Yuba City, with this one being on the road, and boys lacrosse have playoff game number 2 against Lincoln from Stockton at home. And on Friday, baseball finish off their series with Yuba at home, and softball go to River Valley. And that's all in your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Joseph. With senior ball coming up, we need a soundtrack to carry us throughout, and this album perfectly fits our theme of Years to Remember. Last Friday, Wallen dropped his long-awaited modern 80s synth-pop album, Vices. Wallen was formerly known for pioneering the modern plug-and-B wave alongside Summers and Autumn, but he's been quite silent the last couple of years. While on his hiatus, a few songs of his have leaked showing the evolution of his sound, and it's quite easy to say that he's done a great job separating himself from the mainstream sound and choosing to go in a different artistic direction. Vices is a 12-track remix of the past, taking many inspirations from electronic 80s music. The transcendent instrumentals just transport you to a completely different frame of mind. This project came together as a synchronous work of art where every song flows into another, painting a mental image for you. Granted, this project is quite different from what most of us are used to listening to, but I was pleasantly surprised and appreciative of such a genre-bending album. If you don't know where to start, give Slipping Into the Void, Mellotron, and Broken Ego a listen. And now we go back to news.
Thanks, Nathan. 2 juniors set out to capture history. We go to Connor Baker with more on the story.
War is a tough topic to discuss, but a group of students tried to recreate the experience for a project. Juniors Joey Velez and Andrew Christian created a war movie running around a minute and a half for their history class. While the idea came from a different assignment, the World War II project was the perfect fit for the video.
We got the idea to do the project when we first got together to do a Jeopardy game of the Gilded and Progressive Age, but we wanted to continue working together, and we knew the unit of World War II was coming up. So we decided to meet up one day after buying some airsoft guns. We met up and started filming short clips of essentially moving up in positions, shooting at each other, and also some 1v1 fights.
While at first it started as a simple concept, they started to have more ideas as the project progressed.
It was a combination of me and Joey. I was like, hey, we should just go out in the field and shoot each other. And then Joey was like, okay, and then recorded it. And then we started like writing down bits we wanted to just do instead of just filming the chaos. We were just like, okay, what if we like, had one guy knock the other guy's gun out and like stab him with a knife or something like that. We're like, yeah, okay, now we started getting a little more creative with it. And then it became more and more detailed. And by the end, we had just a full note page of just like a movie script, honestly.
Once the project was finished, they were proud of what they had created. Christian hopes that the group could do something similar in the near future.
I mean, if we met up as a group again and we have future plans for a little more smaller unit stuff so we can add a little more detail to this project. But it has been come up that we're gonna, do our own projects for future units and whatever. But if we can stay together, that'd probably be best because we all do really well working as a big group, and we can be a little more creative and detailed with it because we have multiple eyes looking at it.
Christian and Valez plan to continue creating smaller video projects for the U.S. history class.
That's it for us today on Eye the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyethetigernews.com. See you next time.